Hello, welcome to Rogues and Romances, a Twice Rolled Tales production. This is the third episode of a 6-part series. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, highly recommend going to our YouTube channel and checking them out. Will be funny, but this may not make any sense. I'm Linnie Schell, they, them. I will be your keeper for the evening. We're doing a Call of Cthulhu Regency style system, although we're skewing most of the Call of Cthulhu elements and focusing more on the investigation and the Regency era. I'm joined by my lovely players, who now introduce themselves.
I am Elliot Davis. I'm playing Brandolph Horsefinder, aka Bones.
Very nice. I am Rowan McStay, and I'm playing Lenora Blackwell.
I'm Phoebe Zimmerer, and I am playing Miss Anne Waldron.
I am Jasmin Malave, and I am playing Sally Gibbs, who's playing Mary Gilbert.
Currently in disguise. As we left off, the first of 3 nights of a ball extravaganza celebrating the opening of Redworth by its new owners, the Fentons, after they inherited from some perhaps more worthy owners. We left Bones in a mysterious study. We left Sally Gibbs, better known as Mary Gilbert, to the ballroom, and Waldron talking to Jessica Willoughby, Nigel, and some macaws. And we left Lenora Blackwell on the portico. 3 things have happened, almost simultaneously. The chandelier has fallen from the ceiling, shattering and breaking into the ballroom below. Bones has heard the sound of running, and perhaps more unnaturally, Lenora, as well as everyone assembled on the portico, has seen a mysterious specter, perhaps of Boulter Willoughby, in the distance. I'm going to have everyone roll a dexterity check to start out.
As a roll or just the stat?
It's more fun to roll. Roll. Give me a roll. You know what? Why not? Extreme fail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 93.
95 plus is an extreme fail.
32.
Okay.
32? Okay.
41.
41.
It's happening. 11.
Goodness gracious.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nothing can
Stop.
stop
No,
Sally.
stop.
I
Sally.
roll historically low.
What are those little goodies you got over there?
So here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Things weren't lit with electricity back then. It's all candles. Which means
Fire
someone has
tokens.
just caught fire.
Holy moly.
Uh,
Is that Quentin? Do you just
Yeah,
like
Quentin is
fire?
on fire.
Oh my god.
Quentin is on fire.
Well, he's a stabber.
He did
so.
stab a guy.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Maybe don't put him out.
And yep. And made it. And made it. And rolling
God,
some
everybody's rolling
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Dang.
Alright.
Oh, someone else is on fire!
Mary Poppins! Oh no!
Oh no, oh no.
No.
Who else is on fire?
Hubert.
Hubert Fenton!
Oh, Lord.
Our host!
Just let the fires do what they will.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mary.
like, I just feel like this is kind of solving our problem a little bit. Like, this is kind of, we're good.
But they could know things. They could have clues that we need.
Sally, could you make a dex roll for me?
Okay.
Come on, Sally.
Please. 45?
45. Is that a success?
Yes, it's a success.
Great. So you managed to dodge out of the way of the initial, glass and stuff coming down.
Okay.
So you're undamaged. When the chandelier fell, it didn't explode in the air. It kind of hit the ground and then shattered out there. It hit the ground and then shattered out from there. So people's shoes and boots would be affected, but not necessarily the rest of them. So most people are kind of otherwise unharmed if they weren't in the direct path of the chandelier falling down.
Yeah.
So you have a second to act. You see that Delayton kind of grabs Hester, goes, "Ah!" and drags her out of the way.
Love that for him.
Quentin just standing around screaming. The flames are starting to crawl up the legs of his trousers.
I work in a tavern, and this is not my first fire. Are there tapestries or anything on the wall? Is there anything I can grab?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a couple of tapestries.
If there's anything right by me, I would like to grab something and try to smother Mary.
Yeah, give me a strength check to, like, pull it off the wall.
Fair.
I love that you're gonna run past Quentin.
Ladies
to put Mary out.
first. That's my excuse. 19.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're a barmaid. You just muscle
There
that
you
thing down. Absolutely tear this off. You are the strongest barmaid in town.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can grab that. As that's happening, Annette Fenton is sort of like ineffectually batting at Quentin's coat.
How big is the tapestry? Maybe I can get them both.
Give me a luck check for the tapestry being big enough.
Yeah, that sounds great. 27.
What is it? Look.
Jesus. Oh my god.
I told you to roll really low.
That's great. Yeah. And Annette Fenton does not, or Adelaide Fenton does not catch on fire. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can get both of them. Hubert Fenton is sort of being attended by both of the Davidsons.
Just kind of like, sorry, bud.
And then this gentleman here. This is Reverend Wallace, who is the preacher in town. He does metaphorical brimstone. Real fire, not quite in
That's
his
good.
wheelhouse. So yes, this is going not great. But yeah, so you definitely is big enough to do both of them.
I'm just kind of like, it is what it is, but I'm hitting them, you know, like.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have a barmaid's stat you'd like to use for this role to figure out if how much of them you put out?
I don't know what would be appropriate for this.
I think you could just do a dexterity then, just the sleight of hand of.
No, this one was bad. Okay, 91, I failed.
91. Oh, the tapestry catches fire.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well,
So they're just still on fire, and the tapestry's on fire.
All right, I tried.
Such a flammable tapestry.
So Leighton's holding Hester back here. Joanna Cunningham is going to help her younger sister here. This is Jane also trying to help. So this is just a whole clan of Hillgraves and their various related husbands and the preacher just trying to take out the fire. It's not going great. There's so many people, they're really more just fanning the flames.
oh my god.
And so Hubert's kind of, his stockings are just gone, and he's sort of up to like his knees maybe in burned off clothes.
Oh god.
The smell of smoke is starting to fill the ballroom, and we will cut to
I was the last,
Elliot.
I think, yeah.
Elliot, yes.
Do I hear everything from where I am?
Yes, yeah. So like this is walled in, but you absolutely can hear like a crash and screams.
And do I hear people say it's like they see
the ghost?
The ghost, and they see Boulter?
Give me a listen check for that, I think, because you definitely heard all the things happening in the ballroom. Nope. Yeah, you didn't hear the ghost then.
Bummer. But I heard the crash, and I heard someone running.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I do want to take the time to close and lock the study so that
Okay.
nobody else finds it. But I would like to chase after the running sound that
Absolutely.
I hear.
Cool. What do you do with the letters?
Tuck them in my jacket.
Gotcha. Okay, yes. So you go in the direction of the running, and then you find on the base of the staircase. Where'd it go? Yes, you find. Oh, Isabel. My bad. And Annette Fenton. On the staircase.
They don't seem like they were running.
Give me investigation.
You mean I have to roll to understand things?
Yes.
Spot hidden or a...
Give me a spot hidden or psychology.
Spot hiddens. Neither of those are great. Rolling 50s. That's a 57. So
Is it a fail or a pass? Fail. It looks like Isabel Fenton is helping Annette Fenton kind of down the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, she's I don't know.
Yeah.
His assumption would be that was not the frantic running sound. But I think Bones does lean over the balcony and yell to Isabel and says, Miss Fenton, what's going on?
Says, I have no idea. I am sure that you are somehow responsible, however.
Well, fair. And then he runs down the other staircase.
Yeah, should sit it down this way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we will move you guys over here. Remember, we're still operating in fog of war, so anywhere you or an ally is not, you don't know what's happening.
Annette Fenton is Isabel Fenton's mother-in-law, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Hubert's mom.
This is Hubert's mom. This is Hubert's wife.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Great. Cool. So you're running in the direction.
Yeah,
of...
I was gonna run probably down that hallway to try and see Nigel and Jessica and Anne and see if they know what's going on. Essentially.
Yeah, you can smell the smell of smoke. There's like smoke that's starting to just billow out through here, and yeah, so you go this way. It looks like they are. Annette Fenton is going outside because of the smoke, and then Isabel is continuing through here. It looks like the footmen are. One of them's dashing in, and one of them is sort of holding open the door and trying to escort the people out here out of the building. They're just guests. They're not here to save Redworth. They don't want to die, which is fair. So you run past here.
Yeah, I think I yelled to Nigel to Nigel, grab the bird seed, the big bags.
The big bags, sir.
Big bags of bird seed. We're gonna take care of this fire.
Terrifying, sir.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Nigel follows you with the bags. Do you say anything to Anne? To Anne, yeah. Do you want to cut?
Anne is following.
Anne. Yeah. So Jessica turns to you and says, "Do you have any idea what's happening?"
None whatsoever. I intend to change that, and I'm going to run out afterwards.
I'm gonna follow. Yeah, Jessica follows. Great. So we're going here. Yeah. You all arrive in the ballroom to see Mary Gilbert throwing a giant tapestry over two people, and it bursting into flames, and Hubert, the heir to Redworth, also in flames over here, and a great deal of ineffectual screaming.
Wonderful. Perfect.
And there's nothing. I assume the only liquids in this room are alcoholic.
There's definitely
We have birds.
punch. There's probably like a weak beer or something, which really wouldn't catch on fire. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can give me a luck check to see how much is just alcohol and how much is just,
That's a 29.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's like a really large punch bowl and then a bunch of smaller alcoholic things.
Okay. Can I tell that is Mary under the on fire tapestry, I suppose? It's occurred to me I might not realize that.
Yeah, that's fair. Give me a spot hidden.
That's a 21.
Yeah, you recognize her shoes. You spend a lot of time looking at them.
Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, first of all, that tapestry has gotta go.
Yeah.
So, I think Anne is just gonna run up, sweep the tapestry off, and, like, throw it into a corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of smothers itself out, but they're definitely still on fire. Bones, do you want to do anything with your bird seed?
Yeah, Nigel's carrying 2 big bags of bird seed, and I say, all right, Nigel, tear one of those open. We're gonna cover these folks in bird seed. Smother this fire out.
Any preference to which one I go to, sir?
Both? I don't know.
Both? All right. Ignore that one in the corner then.
Well, yes.
Everyone seems.
Do I know that's Hubert?
Give me a spot hidden.
That's a 16.
Yeah, you know it's Hubert.
I say, yes, just the 2 in the middle for now.
All right, are you doing anything as well? And then Sally as well, because you're in here. You're in here too.
I'm still trying to help, but at this point...
Yeah, what are you doing? So you see Anne tear off your tapestry, all your hard work. She grabs it.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, what is it? Is this silk?
It might be.
Nigel takes his bag of birdseed, dumps it over Mary. So presuming you go after Quentin.
Yeah. I will take the other bag and dump it over Quentin.
Yeah. So that does, you kind of get them to lie down and sort of the same way you can throw sand on a fire. Somehow it has smothered the flames enough that they have gone out. So they're good.
Anne pulls Mary out of the bird seed.
Mary says, "Thank you so much, Anne. This is far and beyond the call of duty.
Are you all right?
I'm afraid my shoes are absolutely gone, but it seems like my petticoats took some time burning. So I think I'm mostly okay. Completely thanks to your courageous efforts. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm feeling a bit faint.
Yeah, understandable. Come, let's get you some fresh air, and I'm going to take her out onto the balcony.
Oh, excellent.
Or the portico.
The portico, yes.
Aww.
All right, so you guys go out there. Nigel says, "What am I, chopped liver?" No one knows.
Well done, Nigel. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
How much am I paying you?
Not enough, sir.
Agreed.
Nigel says, "Yep, of course so. It's always the case. Never enough."
Hubert is still on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna do something about that.
Yes, as this is happening, Lenora, you see, as you hear the sounds of the chandelier shattering behind you, you see a ghostly specter of a man walk across, or float across, really, the grounds, and then disappear, kind of raise up, float up to the top of the trees, and disappear.
Fascinating. I think the reason I'm so slow to respond to this is that I'm absolutely, like, just dialed in on this thing. And, like, looking for face, but also looking for, like, wires and strings and props and, like, the practical effects of it all. Like, I'm looking for everything.
Give me a spot hidden or an occult, whichever one.
Okay.
Could also be education, depending. Like, you've done a lot of research into this for your novels.
True. Okay, education's the highest, I think, so I'm gonna go with that if that's okay. Oh, yeah, 25. So extreme success, or half success.
25? Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So
Hard success.
The hard success, yes. So you look, and as the spirit floats up, you can barely detect just a sort of, unnatural is not quite the right word, but maybe natural, indeed. So more of this earth. A slight hitch as it goes up, as if someone has been slowly drawing a string to create this effect.
Can I see where that string is going?
Yes, I think you definitely detected out to like a small, like hedge of like holly trees.
Oh God.
So like someone is concealed behind there. You think pulling a string up.
Lenora is about to run to the hedge and then hears the chandelier clatter and is just like, Leighton, and immediately runs inside.
Yeah. You see Leighton pulling Hester behind him, also trying to get out. He's like, "Get out! It's on
Leighton,
fire!
are you
We're all
all right?
going to die!
Are you okay?
I may die if you don't move!"
Okay. I think that move. Okay, all right. Lenora moves
Mrs.
out.
Hester here is going to perish!
Right. Dodges out of the way, and then Leighton, look in the bushes. And just look.
Which bushes? He looks at Hester.
That one. And I point out to Leighton, just keep an eye on that. See if anyone walks out. Anyway,
You've gone.
yes. Lenora walks into the room and sees Hubert on fire, and immediately will just go to the big bowl of punch, pick up the punch bowl, and throw it on Hubert without hesitation. Pardon me.
Immediately effective. You
Excellent.
bulldoze your way through this preacher and through the assorted hill groves.
Making no effort to, like, not get him absolutely soaked. Like, I feel like the fire's maybe up to here, and she goes straight for the head.
Yeah. It fully saturates his voluminous curls. He's wearing, like, a very nice, like, silk outfit with white accents. Completely, irreparably ruined. Nothing but rags. Soaking wet, smelling strongly of punch. Sort of just...
Would you care for some punch, Mr. Fenton?
No, thank you. I feel like I've had my fill.
Probably.
Yes.
Terribly sorry about that. You were on fire and all.
Thank you. I'm in your debt. And he sort of looks at the rest of the Hillgroves and says, some quick thinking there.
Right.
Were they just all like slapping the fire?
They were just doing the.
It's gonna be a real awkward breakfast for the Hillgroves in the morning.
Glad I could intervene.
And he says, I'm sorry. And he looks around and he says, is everyone hurt? Is everyone okay? Is the fire out? We're out of punch. Can we get some water? And at this point you see that a couple of the Fenton household staff have come in with buckets of water and have formed like a very organized brigade, professionally ready to save this house.
Yeah, we're all of you.
Oh, hello, miss. In the kitchens.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome.
Yes,
Can I look up, as all of this is happening, the other thing I want to try to clock is this chandelier.
Yes.
And, like, looking at the chandelier. So I'll just excuse myself and be like, excuse me, Mr. Fenton, I need to make sure my brother is all right.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I must see the rest of the house and make sure that it is safe. I mean, secure the roof. This bit of a disaster, you would say.
A bit.
First night. Oh, all right.
Well, you know, I mean,
Yes.
no one's died. It's made quite the
Isabel!
splash at the party.
Runs out. Remembers his wife is missing. Meets her just here. And then they both come out, and Isabel says, if everyone would please calmly make your way outside to the portico. Our staff, yes, thank you, will be bringing refreshments shortly. But I think maybe after we've all taken our breath and examined the damage, we may head home for the evening. But please, take your refreshments, take your fresh air. The night need not be over just yet.
Oh my God.
So you're definitely excused.
Some real show must go on, bitches.
For sure.
Cute.
Can I like take a quick investigation check at the chandelier, or like a spot hidden check at the chandelier to
Absolutely.
see if it like how it looks like it came down? Like was it cut? Was it planned? Like what was the?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden.
Okay. That's a 17.
17.
Hard success. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. You have a lot of experience researching traps, methods to kill people, and various mechanical devices.
Oh yes, of course. In the bedside landing, a chandelier was dropped on someone.
So you notice that it doesn't look like there's any structural damage to this chandelier. It looks as if it was just released from its tie off, and that the winches that are usually supposed to lower it gently to the ground so it can be relit were simply like the failsafe was maybe broken. You can't tell from where you are because you can only see the chandelier, but it looks like someone just set it to go down and then removed any of the safety mechanisms that stopped it from going down slowly.
Okay, so for sure on purpose.
You'd have to go up and check, but as far as you can tell, on purpose.
Great.
Like it's either on purpose or a very bad failure of a mechanism that's inspected regularly.
Great. Okay.
So the controls are on the second floor, is what
Yes.
you're saying. And someone was running.
Interesting. All right.
Can I, because as I was taking Mary onto the portico, have heard Lenora say to Leighton, check the bushes?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think Leighton's absolute confusion would have grabbed your attention, especially as Anne.
Which bushes?
Especially as Anne she's okay. You did catch her in time.
Mary. I'm Anne.
As Mary is okay. Especially as Mary is okay. Really, it was just like the first couple layers of her dress. So she's very singed, but unhurt.
And covered in birdseed.
Yes, covered in birdseed.
As you do.
Patting the,
Are the macaws
the
now like
birdseed
on top of everybody?
The macaws are losing their shit in the curio room. They're in their cage.
They
but,
can smell the
You can roll for them
seed.
to break out if you're feeling chaotic.
I think that they are safely locked away unless someone were to release them.
No, I would never do that. But I think
Never.
Bones does say to Nigel, like, all right, Nigel, now we need to scoop up the birdseed. It's still good. Still good. Get it back into the bags. And he's like fighting off the staff that are trying to clean. It's just like, don't touch that.
It's toasted.
Yes.
Toasted, right.
Delicious.
Absolutely.
The macaws simply love toasted birdseed.
Sorry, could I get a broom? Yes. Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Yes. So he starts sweeping it up and sort of like poking at anyone who started to get close. Yeah, so Quentin and Annette move over here. Yeah, so everyone has cleared the ballroom of the space here.
I think also Bones would eventually...
right in the middle of investigating the chandelier.
I think Bones would make his way over to Lenora, especially if you're in the middle, like, looking in thought, and just kind of very subtly leans over and says, Miss Blackwell,
Mr.
any
Burns?
theories?
Many.
Interesting.
Yes. Did you see the spectre?
Spectre?
Mhm.
No.
Oh, yes, there was a spectre. But I recognized
Boulter?
it as Boulter.
You would recognize it as the man. It wasn't...
Yeah, okay.
Like, it wasn't maybe specifically Boulter, but...
Great.
What other man would be haunting this
Yes.
residence, I think, is maybe the idea. In fact, let me do sanity checks on everyone else who's seen this. Oop, that's a fail. Yep.
I hope Robert fails.
He really
didn't. He hard
really
succeeded.
He really didn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's too boring to go insane.
Yeah, he's just like...
it must be a trick of the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it looks like whoever this is, absolutely losing their fucking marbles.
Jeez.
Yeah, so you...
Yes, older gentleman.
Mm.
Definitely a ghost of some sort, I would imagine. Probably Boulter. I also saw the spectre being pulled by a string from the bushes.
Ah.
Yes.
So not so much a spectre as trickery,
Certainly.
subterfuge.
Yes, of course, and it also seems like the mechanism holding the chandelier on the ceiling has somehow encountered a catastrophic failure out of nowhere.
I was just upstairs and heard running at about the time all this shit went down.
Fascinating. Any idea who was up there?
Well, I only saw Annette and Isabel, so I imagine it wasn't the elderly Fenton,
I should hope not.
but I'm not quite sure.
Interesting. Well, might be something to continue.
Where was this string with the ghost?
Oh, into the bushes, out there. In the hedge, in the hedges, and I'll just. Would you like to?
Mary,
Yes,
let's get some more air.
Yes, as you're having this conversation,
I am leading Mary
what's
towards
Sally
the bushes.
doing? So Sally is...
Can I try to hear what they're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And Leopold comes to Miss Mary, are you quite all right?
I tried to help, but I thought the tapestries were wool.
It was most courageous, even
I'm
the
so
attempt.
very sorry. I know you've just inherited the house, and I've ruined one of your tapestries.
Oh, well, wasn't very attached to it.
Lovely. Shall we go outside?
Oh, yes, of course, some air. You must need some air.
Would you fetch me some water?
Water, yes. Would you like me...
What? Would I like what? Just some water, thank you.
Okay. You were going to get your air, and then I will get your water.
And I'll meet you out there for air.
Okay, excellent.
Aww. I love this.
I did not roll good.
Yeah.
So no, I don't hear that.
No, Leopold is distracting you.
Yeah,
You're trying to
a
eavesdrop, and Leopold just keeps asking what you need.
Leopold goes over to the servants with buckets of water. Just like, could I get a glass of water? Not a bucket, sorry, a glass. Yes, thank you. So you can't quite hear them. But Anne, yes, so you've had a moment as Eleanor has gone in, and...
So yes, come, Mary. Let's get away from the house a bit and head towards the bushes.
Are you taking Mary with you? Mary says, her shoes are ruined. They're covered in
yes,
birdseed
that's
and
very
burned.
true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Okay. Actually, why don't we find you a seat somewhere, so you can get off of your feet.
Yes, of course. You see Hester and Leighton already like sitting on a bench. So there's benches kind of scattered throughout the portico.
Get Mary a seat on a bench and be like, if you'll excuse me, I feel like I need to get a bit more air, if that's all right.
Absolutely. I mean, you were so close to the fire.
Thank you. I'm gonna head towards the bushes.
Absolutely. All right, so you head off toward the bushes. Are you trying to be stealthy?
I think I don't know that I'm trying to be stealthy, but more so like inconspicuous. It's like, oh yes, let's just get away from the house. Oh, I'm fanning myself. This was all so much.
Okay, absolutely.
What an ordeal.
No, I'm not gonna even roll for this. The grounds are wide. Like if you're walking over there. So you're walking straight for the hedges, right?
Yeah.
So you as you get to the hedges, you you see like a little bit of cloth and movement behind them. So there's someone hiding in the hedges. And they're hiding very still. Like they're doing the classic, it's too late to run. The only thing I can do is hide and hope you can't see me.
Okay. Now I kind of would like to be a little stealthy. I want to sort of start walking away, but then circle around and surprise them.
Absolutely, give me a stealth check.
Yes!
Yeah.
I make that.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on. It's very distracting right here.
And we'll go to the hedges. We're like, oh, what an ordeal. I see the person. I'm like, oh, there's someone in that hedge. Like, and then it's like very sort of loudly, sort of making sure my shoes kind of crunch the grass, or walking back towards the house, and then just circle around.
As you circle around, you see young Zachary Colt hiding in the bushes.
Yes.
I would like to walk up behind him and just tap him on the shoulder.
Oh my god, this is so meet cute.
I did not expect him to scream.
Hello, Miss Waldron.
My apologies, Mr. Colt, and I'm.
He's still crouching, but he doesn't bow.
Is there a reason you are behind the hedge?
No, just here.
Yes, very good. Anne suddenly realizes she is in the dark, outside, unattended, with a young gentleman. I would like to not be behind the hedge, and runs.
Do you run back to the house, or do you run in front of the hedge so you can still talk to him but not be seen alone with him?
That's such a good idea, and I don't think it occurs to Anne.
Fair enough. Yeah. Give me an investigate as you're doing that.
50. So is this spot hidden?
Spot hidden, yes.
Just makes it.
Just make it.
Nice.
You don't see quite what's happening, but it looks like he's like a kite string that's extending up into the trees. You don't know what that's about, but
Yeah.
he's got something.
I didn't see the ghost.
Says, Then
She's
you
gone.
She's gone.
She's like, oh no, I have accidentally stumbled into a precarious situation. Must extricate myself immediately.
I'm on the balcony. Do I see a frantic Anne running back to the house?
I
Have
think
gotten out there?
if you run, I think people will see you.
I don't think I think I'm walking briskly.
Okay, give me a psychology to notice, I think.
No, I'm not getting these ones.
Finally getting to the bad rolls.
I didn't deserve it.
Yes, so young Zachary Colt is still here, hidden beyond the board. So you walk back. See if cool. So you walk back, and you can see everyone is sort of not super paying attention to you. Looks like they're recovering. You can see the steam of any remaining flames being doused as you come in. So you walk in, and he says, Anne, are you got enough air?
I do believe I have. I'm gonna sit down next to Mary. Are we the same size?
Yes.
Shoe?
Mm-hmm.
I give her my shoes.
Aww.
She says, "Oh, you didn't have to."
It's just take the shoes.
All right, I will add this to the tale of your heroism of the day.
You're too good to me, Mary.
I really don't think so. You're an awfully good friend, Anne.
Really,
Even if
really
my
nice
first
to
night
hear.
out has been a complete disaster.
Well, we'll have a second try tomorrow night.
You think they'll do a second ball?
Well, Isabel seemed very determined to keep this one going. I can't imagine they'll be cancelling the next.
Everyone has come out. It really adds to the, sort of pageantry of the thing, perhaps.
All this bit of excitement. No one was really harmed, so, yes, I
Well,
can't
except my
imagine.
poor shoes, yes.
Except your poor shoes.
Yeah, so you give Anne your shoes. You're in your stockings.
Yeah.
Sally, so what are you guys up to? You're all hanging out here.
I think just very quickly. I think Lenora answers Bones' question about what theories she has immediately without thinking about it, and then goes, "Mr. Bones,
Yes.
why do you care what my theories are about this?"
You're very bright.
Thank you. I think genuinely has never heard anyone say that to her before, and is just someone heard me, and is like, "Well, do you suppose we should do something about it?"
Yes, I do think there might be something interesting to discover around this house. I can't decide where I'd like to go first.
Would it be terribly intrusive if I came with you?
No, not at all. We could check the chandelier controls
Wonderful.
upstairs.
Can I do a spot hidden or a listen or something like that to clock Sally?
Yeah, I was
listening
about
in?
to say, both of you do a spot hidden to
Yeah.
notice Sally listening.
Or trying to listen.
I think, well, my idea was that I didn't hear shit, and so I would have probably gone to the
Yeah.
balcony.
No, I think,
But I'm on my way.
I think they might have noticed your attempt.
Oh, okay.
I
No.
got a 73.
69.
Nice.
Oh, no. All right, yes. So you walk out, you see Hester and Leighton,
We're so close to meeting. I want to
So
make it happen
close.
so fast.
So close.
and you see, actually, give me a reputation roll.
Uh-oh. No, I fail.
Ooh, okay. Give me a second. Just remember. All right, give me a 1d6.
These dice are spicy.
I know. I have... It's gone to
the
chaos energy.
baby dice.
The baby dice.
The spice of that.
4.
4. All right, I need to take that much away from your reputation.
Fair.
Your dress has sustained some damage as you attempted to put out this fire.
We're not the dress.
Yeah, so right now you're rolling with advantage. If you lose more than a fifth of that in a day,
Oh no, I was at this, and so I'm... Okay.
yeah, or you drop down to 59.
Okay.
Then you lose your advantage dice and you just roll with nothing.
Okay.
So you haven't quite hit Bones' level of reputational damage, where you roll with disadvantage on any check made by, a gentry.
Honestly,
Ain't I just a stinker?
Same hat.
Yeah, also with Anne as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, okay, so that's happening. So Sally, you walk out, you see Mary and Anne without stockings, everyone looking a little bit singed. And you hear over here a tall, thin gentleman ranting to the two people next to him, Robert, who looks supremely uninterested, and then a sort of voluptuous woman in a very, very, for the time, sparkly dress with lots of feathers. Clearly is married to some merchant class someone, and trying to appear more gentry than perhaps she is. So she's hanging on to every word of this. She said, I saw it. I always said that the Lord touches us not in our hearts, but also here in our physical presence. And it is a manifestation, I tell you. It is the manifestation that something has been done wrong in this house. So you hear him talking about the specter. Yeah. Is there anything you want to do while you're out on the portico over here?
I was gonna maybe say hi to Mary and say apologies. I was trying to help smother the flame.
Oh, no, absolutely. It was, of course, the actions of my brave friend Anne, my brave friend Miss Waldron right here. a disaster was averted, but the fact that anyone stooped to help is a testament to just how the community pulls together in times of trouble.
It's a very admirable attempt.
Oh, thank you, and it was a really wonderful job you did ripping the tapestry off of them. Hi, I'm Mary.
Anne.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Give me a roll disguise as an opposed roll, and then give me an investigate.
There it is.
Spot hidden.
Yes. Sorry, it's spot hidden.
It is once again exactly my spot hidden.
60. I did not pass.
Not pass. You are from Harhurst Cross. Like, you know Sally.
Yeah. So I think I've been like kind of very focused on Mary. I turned to meet Mary Gilbert, and I was just like, yes. Very, very admirable attempt. Lovely to meet you.
Huh? I feel like that's a good face.
Do you know the actual Mary too? Probably.
Do I know?
Probably.
Probably not. Like, they're
Yeah.
from out of you probably know, they're the Gilberts who live
I've
over
heard
here.
of the Gilberts, but I don't think I've met them in person.
Not, enough to recognize them on sight,
Yeah.
probably.
But I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's, like, served me dinner before. Just, just that moment in your head of, like, am I crazy? Do I see service people?
And then Fan.
So Miss Gilbert, you said.
Yes, that's correct. Hello.
I don't believe we've properly met, really.
Oh, no, we haven't. It's so lovely. It's just my first bowl.
Oh.
I'm having a lovely time. Aside from the chandelier thing and fire.
Just put a bit of a damper on the whole event, or I suppose the opposite of a damper.
Well, you put a damper on the fire. Okay.
Yes, right.
Right.
it just like fizzles out.
I'm just like hanging out with them now. I don't have friends here.
All right. I'm going to roll.
Did I see you walk back from the bushes, or just I didn't see any of it?
I don't know.
I think you would have seen, these are fairly wide glass windows, and the main source of light has just been extinguished. So it would be pretty easy to see things on the grounds, especially, people dressed in eye-catching finery. So you probably would have seen Anne, maybe not have this interaction, but walk up from the lawn into the portico. Okay, so, let's see. You see that this person has sort of convinced a couple of other people. This is Jane. This is Joanna. Has convinced a couple of other people to go out seeing what this is. And Leighton has sort of kind of decided to trickle along. He remembers, he's like, oh, the bushes!
Yes,
right, people
bushes.
are going to the bushes.
Right.
And...
Damn.
Okay, Leighton.
Yep.
Was that's good.
Is
That's
that
good,
for
yeah.
Zachary?
This is Zachary running away.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Good for him.
Good.
So you see a dark shape, because you're kind of watching out for this. You see a dark shape running off into the distance, and an immediate argument start between these people of, was that a person or was that the specter?
Oh, interesting.
Was the specter, I say. You see, when they express displeasure, they darken, like a heart that has, become full of anger. It was someone running. Do we want to give chase in these shoes? That was Leighton. So some people have seen someone running away, but they did not manage to catch the very, very swift-footed Zachary. Who makes that? Alright, so they kind of drift back. Everyone has started to slowly make their way out, either fighting, mostly coming out onto the portico.
I think hearing in these shoes, that kind of like interrupts the conversation briefly, and I say, "Oh, pardon me, I do have to ask. I was sort of, my brother was following a lead for his book, and I need to
Yes, for his book, of course.
Yes, and I need to have a quick conversation with him and follow up on that. So if you give me one moment, and then we can do a bit of exploring.
Take your time.
Thank you. I will just kind of walk over to Leighton and say, Leighton, darling, Miss Hester, would it be Miss Hester?
Miss Hester.
Okay.
Yes, it'd be Miss Hester.
Yes. Miss Hester, do you mind if I borrow my brother for a moment?
Only if it's for a moment.
Yes.
Did you see how he saved me from the chandelier and the fire? He's such a gentleman.
He truly is. He's really a wonderful, wonderful man.
Swept me off my feet.
Incredibly brave, incredibly bright. Who wouldn't love him?
I don't know. And he's an author and a hero.
Isn't it wonderful? And Lenore will be like, Leighton, come here. and like kind of pull him aside really quick, out of earshot from Hester.
Yeah.
And say, Leighton, darling, did you see what was in the bushes?
No.
All right.
But I did see a man running away from the bushes.
Oh, well, yes, then you did see what was in the bushes. All right. Did you see who?
Very fast man.
Well, all right, that's something. It's, it's not a very slow man, so that's good to know. Did you talk to Miss Hester?
A little bit. She's very focused on the dancing.
Right.
It's delightful.
Did you find out?
We didn't have to talk at all.
Oh, Leighton. Did you find out why she was so inconsolable?
It takes time to pry into the matters of the heart, sister.
Darling, why did I bring you here?
You want to talk about your book as yourself at this point? Do it!
Leighton, you know I can't do that.
Well, yes. That's why I'm here. Don't ask questions you know the answers to.
Oh, shit.
You asked too many questions already.
You know what? You're right. All right. Well, see if you can find out what's going on with Hester. I really do want to know. It would mean a lot to me if you could find out.
Try.
Right.
But then you came and interrupted us.
All right, but you weren't. Oh God. Okay. Look, we're in the midst of a tragedy. A terrible event has just befallen the manor. The chandelier is crashed. There's a spectre outside. It's the perfect breeding ground for romance and tender moments. Just take her aside, take a walk, try to pry into her heart a little bit. Use the moment to your advantage.
I can do that. I can rise to the occasion.
Of course.
Yes, that's me.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
You can always rise to the occasion. You are Leighton Blackwell.
Yes.
Yes.
Destroyer of hearts.
Destroyer of hearts. Writer extraordinaire. You can do it.
Yes.
All right. And then I will sort of sidle back over to Mr. Bones.
I think Bones, meanwhile, was checking on Jessica, making sure she was all right.
Jessica's has not quite had a chance to sample all of the alcohol, so she's got a glass of something. She's kind of posted up in a corner.
Jessica, darling.
I never liked that tapestry anyway.
Me neither.
It's hideous.
Cheers. Are you alright? Did you breathe in the smoke?
A little, but I smoke like a chimney.
Same here.
Nothing I'm not used to.
Jessica, any reason you think someone would knock down the chandelier?
Well, don't tell anyone I said this.
Okay.
Boulter. Bless the man.
Bless his heart.
Paranoid bastard.
True. But maybe rightfully so.
No, I'm not saying. The hidden array of booby traps throughout this house, the likes of which I don't even know of.
Right.
I'm just saying, you don't want to stick your hand in the bear's mouth and maybe not know which tooth you're pressing.
That would be problematic.
Courting disaster.
Right. I fear I must confess something to you.
Yes.
I put my hand in the bear's mouth.
Did it bite it off? I've always wanted to see that one in action.
No, I got the key to the secret.
Right. Well, of course, that's why the key was in there. Because if someone didn't, was just poking around, they'd get their hand bitten off.
So if I just got the key, I didn't make the chandelier fall.
No!
Oh,
No, of course not. No.
Thank God.
There's there's more than one booby trap. That's what I'm saying.
Got it.
There's many booby traps.
You can understand.
No, I see how you got
Yes.
there. I do see how you got there.
All right.
I was being a bit too circumspect.
Bones finishes his drink.
No, I think it'd be. I mean, you were with me for.
Right.
It seems like
You
there'd
were
be a
there. You saw it. You would have warned
reaction.
me. I understand. Yes. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Back to business, I suppose.
Yes.
Are you aware of any of the other
sorry.
specific booby?
The chandelier was a booby
chandelier
trap.
was a booby trap. Do you know the trigger by chance?
Well, it was upstairs.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So, I said, Bolton, tell me where they are and tell me what I can't touch.
Right.
And I'll assume if you haven't told me I can't touch something, it's not booby trapped. Because that was saner for both of us, right?
Probably not accurate, unfortunately.
What I don't know has not yet hurt me.
Fair. Well, me and Miss Blackwell and I are going to investigate the chandelier mechanisms upstairs. Could you cover for us?
Absolutely. I'm sure whatever I make up will not be as insane as whatever you're doing, so it'll work out great.
You'd do a better job than I would.
That is true. She posts up here. You can see Leopold wanders out. Anne? Miss Anne? Not Miss Anne.
Mary.
God. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry.
It's almost like you have like 100 of them to keep track of.
No, I like that you think that this is a problem. It is every day. It would all be in every walk of life. If it was just specifically here, then I would have done more memorization. It's just I can't do names.
So then you did Regency.
Look,
so
it maybe was a bit of a reach.
It's great.
But we have to learn and grow, and that's great. So you see, as Jessica's kind of posting up, you see Leopold walk through with the class, saying, Miss Gilbert, sorry,
I think that's you two.
It is. Thank you so much. I'm at home.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Leopold might know Anne, maybe. Oh, so I don't believe I've been introduced. This was the rescuer of my, of the evening.
Oh, yes. We've just introduced ourselves as well. Just met. This is Anne Waldron.
Oh, Miss Waldron?
And the other Mary.
Miss Potts.
Miss Potts.
Yes, of course. You were just quite so brave.
Oh, that's very flattering of you.
Yes, dashing in there. I mean, the two of you, just so brave. Just so wonderfully brave. Here's your water. I brought you water.
Thank you.
Would you like some more water? It was quite smoky in there. I can bring you more water.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll just stay right here then if you need anything.
Excellent. I suppose that. Would you like to go on a walk? I feel like this is being really awkward.
So unenthused.
Of course. Would you like, we could just stroll the grounds back and forth right here?
Oh my god.
Where it's still light?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Lovely.
Wonderful. Yes, we'll just...
Nice to meet you.
And
Thank you
you.
for telling me I was being cold. Okay.
What?
Sip my water.
What?
I was gonna try to hide.
Oh
Fully blew up my spot.
Oh, Lord. All right.
no.
So,
Drink my water.
Mary Gilbert and Leopold Fenton promenading back and forth.
Goofy.
I'm
Yes?
going to take Mary back inside to her family. It
Yes.
seems like this is probably the end
Yes.
of her night.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can
They
see the
should be
pods are
heading
already
home.
kind of looking
Yeah.
around. It's clear that if you can't find someone, it's not because they're dead, so no one's super concerned. But yeah, it's just.
Yeah, we'll come back in.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that's probably the end of the night for us all.
Mary, are you all right? Yes, you, darling. It seems you were quite right in the middle of things.
Oh yes. Well,
Wrong Mary.
Other Mary.
My
Oh,
Mary.
Mary. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was kind of like Mary. Yes, Mary. Sorry, you're quite all right.
I'm not Mary.
Oh, but you're next to Mary.
Yes.
So you and Mary are collectively.
Am I playing Mary now?
No, but Mary's next to you.
You just looked at me me like I was supposed to say something.
Mary, are you quite alright? Are you? Yes, of course. Oh, your shoes. Oh.
Well,
Miss Waldron.
Her skirts were singed and they were a bit higher than mine now, so it was more obvious on her.
No, absolutely. We were over in the corner. We saw Dash to her rescue. I mean, we did ask that you were to take care of her this night, but this is far to be beyond what we were expecting.
I take my calling very seriously.
Can you roll me for the act of heroism? Add 10 to your reputation.
Very
Sick.
nice.
Yes. Unfortunately, you don't get to add to it because your reputation is just your dress.
That's fair.
Oh, do you get to reroll your reputation to remove your censure?
You can, if you get an extreme success, when you roll something that involves reputation, you roll a 1d6 to see if you add on to it. Extraordinary acts of heroism get you just a straight plus 10.
Nice.
You can just, add points.
So there's no way to remove censure?
Oh, once you rise above a certain amount.
Which is...
Sorry, I think that's what I meant. It's once you add reputation, can't you help remove censure?
Oh, yes. Yes, you just have to re-roll your reputation. So you just have to pass a reputation roll.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
No, you're totally right.
So,
I forgot that it was
all right,
your roll.
I just added 10.
You just gotta roll under your reputation.
I did it!
Oh, Waldron saves the day, baby.
Yeah, you poured birdseed on everyone.
You think Bones gives a shit?
What I'm saying is, technically, you also have an act of heroism, but these are snobby assholes who
a
don't
disturbing
care.
act of heroism.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I doused Hubert for what it's worth.
You did. You did. Absolutely.
But I also feel like no one's really paying attention to what Lenore's doing either, so it's sort of like...
I think that you get 2 rolls. So give me a d6.
Okay, great.
To add to your reputation.
I'll take it. Oh, 5.
All right, there we go.
Okay, that gets me into bonus die territory.
Nice. All right, so everyone except Bones is rolling with a bonus die right now. Yes, or you? No, you're just back.
I'm just back to normal.
Normal.
It feels real good to be uncensured.
Yeah.
71.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Well, since Leopold is obsessed with me, I'm gonna see if I can maybe get a little assistance with my travel home and whatnot.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. So, do you want to ask him for a carriage home? What's the?
Yeah, my carriage broke down. My carriage broke down on the way here, and I'll have to.
Tragic.
I know, and with my dress getting singed, and I just don't know. I don't want to ruin it anymore. I wish I had another way home.
Oh well, we have several personal carriages, and I'm sure that this is going to take some time. But surely you're not thinking of leaving early.
It seemed quite like it was done for the night.
Well, I'm just not finished speaking with you yet. It's so lovely.
All right.
You can say no. Absolutely, you can demur and head home if you want.
Nope, this is going to be very helpful friendship.
Great.
He's gonna take advantage of this poor boy.
You guys are walking. Great. So, you two.
What I'm about to do is to pretend to be in hysterics. From the shock of the moment. To give you an opportunity to get me out of this room by myself without us looking suspicious in I'm a woman hanging out with you sort of way.
With you.
Be quite improprietous.
Not you specifically, just sort of you.
Yes, I am an elder gentleman. You
Myself
are quite
is
young.
a single young woman
Yes.
and such. So I will pretend to be in hysterics, and you can heroically carry me out of the room.
Wonderful.
All right.
On 3.
1,
2, 3.
Oh!
Oh Lord! Miss Blackwell, let's get you out of here.
It's so
You're
terrible.
hot. You're
I
having
think I've
fever.
inhaled-
Let's get you out of here. The smoke.
I think I've
the
inhaled
smoke.
the smoke.
And Bones fully just lifts you up and is like, we must move out of the way.
Oh my god, you're so strong.
Jack says, clear path. The lady's in hysterics.
Oh, excuse
Must
me.
get her out.
Oh, the horrors! The horrors!
It's so terrifying.
No, not that way. Oh,
Ah,
this
yes,
door.
yes.
This door.
Sprint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I roll psychology to see if I buy the performance?
Yeah, do it with a bonus die.
Bonus die. Thank God.
This dynamic is so funny.
Oh, it's great.
It's so fun.
Okay. Alright, so...
Does Jessica get tickled by this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Jessica thinks anything that you guys do is funny. Pretty much.
No, I was close, but I don't want to spend 5 luck points.
Damn.
So as you're
Lenore's in
as you're standing watching this, Nigel kind of sidles up to you and he says, Miss Waldron, was it?
Yes. Mr. Thornberry, yes?
Yes, of course. So I have in my possession, and I confess I do not know its exact purpose. Bones is, not very forthcoming on the details, but I was told to gather you and a Miss Mary Gilbert.
Oh, I do believe Miss Gilbert is out on the portico with Mr. Leopold Fenton.
Great. Would you go gather her and meet Mr. Mr. Horsefinder requested. So, just between you and me, I don't think that performance was perhaps, real?
That does make a great deal of sense now that you've said it aloud. Yes, I will...
So here's the note. Godspeed. Whatever that's about. Okay. I've got birdseed. This is I do the birdseed. I don't do the fancy note passing and subterfuge. That's...
Yes, I will fetch Miss Gilbert. Thank you very much, sir.
Great.
I'm going to turn back to the pots and be like, thank you so much for your hospitality. I will be, I'll make my own way home and meet you on the morrow.
Oh, Soldier, are you quite sure? We have to reassure your aunt. I mean, she's going to have heard of this. Are you sure you're going to get back in time before news reaches her?
I will return home safely and...
We will send word to tell her that you're okay.
Thank you, that would be much appreciated. Yes. And then I'm going to head out onto the portico and look for Mary Gilbert.
Just doing laps.
Yeah, I'm just doing laps. You don't know exactly what... So the note doesn't say... What exactly does the note say? Is there anything specific other than just gather these people, have them meet me?
Yeah, the note just said, Nigel, get these people, bring them upstairs.
Great. So you don't know why Mr. Horsefinder wants anything to do with either Sally Gibbs...
It's terribly curious, isn't it?
Or Mary Gilbert. Who knows?
I don't remember why I included Mary, other than I know it's Jasmin above but I there must have been a reason.
I think
all the
that you
people
guys...
who assisted in the fire.
I think I picked all the people who I thought were, like, weirdos.
Yeah,
That was like...
I think you were just... These are...
Oh, because you were bad at dancing.
Yeah!
You were bad at
sense.
dancing.
Mr. Fenton, would you mind if I stole Miss Gilbert away for a moment?
Oh, I would mind, but, I would not keep her from a friend if she would but return at some point in the evening.
But of course, I mean, of course, it is getting late, and so perhaps it would be a good idea to inform one of the footmen that you so graciously are allowing me to borrow a carriage.
Oh, that's so kind.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
of course.
And I will surely try to find you as soon as I'm done chatting with my friends. Ta-ta! Okay, thank you so much.
You do the classic, like, oh, thank you, Kate, bye! And Leopold's just...
I guess Mary and I will head out of the ballroom.
Just follow the
I'm not
sounds
actually
of
sure
fake
where-
hysteria.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Lord!
Oh, it's terrible, the memories.
We must get to higher elevation!
Oh, if only a few moments ago, but the memories haunt me. Meanwhile, Lenora completely fine until that moment, like just springing into action.
Having a very
completely fine.
serious level conversation.
And then all of a sudden faints into Bones' arm.
Yes, we will follow the sounds of complete and utter hysteria.
As soon as we reach the top of the stairs, though, they stop.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as I'm at the top of the stairs, I think I go, oh!
Good show.
Thank you so much. You too.
What a performance.
I just like climb down from your arms and just, thank you for the assist. Wonderful.
Onward.
So you pass, a bunch of people coming in.
Yeah, do we pass Annette Fenton?
They're kind of all out, in the same way that a bunch of people are out on the portico, they're out on the front porch.
Great.
So the doors are flung open, so you could, it's like, you're still screaming, they're gonna notice.
I think maybe as soon as we get to the main hall, then.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
if you want to sneak past them,
We'll
you probably
sneak as
We'll
soon as
sneak
it.
upstairs,
We'll
yeah.
hysterics out of the ballroom so that we don't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
seen like walking together improperly.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
as soon as we're out of the ballroom,
Yeah.
now we're at sneak.
Sneak.
Sneaky sneak.
Yeah.
Sneaky little snacks.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you make it up there, unless you want to talk to people without drawing a
Certainly
ton
not.
of attention. And then you guys follow up here.
Have we all...
Have we all been
Yes.
introduced?
Have
Yes.
we
So
all
you
come
see,
No.
you see Anne Waldron, and you see,
And I've shared the note that
yes,
Nigel gave me.
and then Mary Gilbert.
Did someone follow us?
Oh, no. Miss Waldron, you got my note. Miss
Yes.
Gilbert, pleasure. I am Bones. This is Miss Blackwell.
No.
Charmed.
Are you related to Leighton Blackwell?
Yes, I'm his sister.
The acclaimed
I-
author.
Loved the bedside behanding.
With that, Leighton.
Really?
Absolutely.
No one loves the bedside behanding.
Well, I feel like a lot of people just didn't really give it a chance and look deeper into what was going on there. I mean, the bit with the dog. I thought it had so much to say about the narrative at large.
Really?
Yeah.
You see Lenora just tear up just a little bit. Oh, that's very interesting. Yes, of course. No, that was actually my favourite as well, but I can't usually find anyone to talk to about it.
me
because
ne-
folks
me neither.
don't normally like it. But yes, no, that was my favourite of his as well. It's so nice to meet you. I'll have to let my brother know that you're a fan of
Oh,
his
thank
work.
you too.
I'm so sorry, and
I'm so sorry. Sorry, Mr. Bones.
No. Wonderful friends becoming friends.
fast friends and all that.
Wonderful.
And this is
This is Miss Gilbert.
Miss Gilbert.
Yes, hello. Mary Gilbert. I've also read the books. They're lovely.
Oh, well, I will certainly have to let my brother know that he's got many
Yes, you
fans
will.
among
I
the
just don't...
partygoers.
Must let him know.
I must say I'm surprised that you sent for me.
Well,
Yes, there was a note.
let's walk down the hallway a little bit
Alright.
out of the balcony where
Alright.
folks can see us. The reason I sent for you three is I think you're all freaks like me, essentially. I don't think
I am uncensored.
I don't think
now.
any of the three of you belong in this sort of society, high, proper.
Who told
state.
you?
I think looking at your disheveled dress, your lack of shoes, me still wet from punch, like with like ink splotches on my wrist, I'm like, whatever makes you say that?
Shaking burnt seed out of his jacket. Just a hunch. So I thought who better to gather to, try and figure out what's going on than those who don't get clouded by what's right and proper.
It's honestly such a relief. I really didn't think you recognized me before.
Recognized you.
Huh?
Have we met?
Oh. Oh, no, never mind.
All right. Well, maybe we've met. I've been here many times over the years.
Can he try to roll again? I wanted to
You
give
want
you
me
a
to roll?
chance to roll
Yeah,
again.
yeah. So
Spot hidden.
I wanted to do
Yeah,
it. Like,
spot
how can I
hidden
build
against
a
your
mistake?
disguise.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
It's just immediately like, no.
Duck. 90.
Oh, come
no.
on. I want to roll so bad. Roll
There's
bad.
nothing-
No.
There's no like help mechanics in this, is there? There's no like way to give someone else a bonus die.
yes, but usually only in things where you're actively like doing something together, like
okay.
lifting a door together, that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's where it's more built in.
Okay.
But I mean, her dress isn't ruined yet.
Yeah.
She's
It's a
still.
little crispy.
You've just lived on the sea. You don't
And
know
we've all
anything.
seen that happen and why it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not unreasonable.
Yeah. No, I just thought you were a weirdo.
Yeah.
Not an in disguise weirdo. So, feel free from this point to say no and to go back downstairs and have fun and join the party. But if you want to do a little exploring and investigating,
Say no to what exactly?
yes,
Mr.
there
Burns?
is some concern that Jessica and I have that my dear friend Boulter may have been. Well, the circumstances of his death may have been less than natural,
Fascinating.
isn't it?
I'm so sorry for your loss. I think I just had like a brief moment of like, how very interesting, and then also just like, I'm terribly sorry.
It's all right. It's the way Boulter honestly would have wanted to go.
Must have been a terribly interesting man.
Terribly interesting man. Just found out from Jessica that the house is booby-trapped throughout. And so she believes that the chandelier may have been such a booby trap. So we're going to look for the trigger up here. I was up here doing some stuff and heard somebody running about the time the chandelier.
And the Fentons know that we are up here?
No, ma'am.
Oh, good
Miss.
lord.
Miss Waldron. And Miss Waldron.
Right, I think it should be generally agreed upon that if anyone decides to sort of jump ship, that we say nothing.
Correct.
It can do.
Good. Great.
Wonderful.
Also, we
I think
really
I'm
shouldn't
fast.
be up here, so let's be
I think I'm
quiet.
past friends with
yes.
that Leopold. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
I will also say, I looked out in the bushes when the spectre appeared, and there was a string going into the bushes. It seemed to be some sort of practical effect. So I don't actually think the spectre was, per se, a spectre.
There was a spectre.
Yes, there was as well. Lower your voice, but yes, there was a spectre, as it were, that was ostensibly the spirit of Mr. Willoughby, but was not, in fact, was some sort of practical effect coming from the hedge on the eastern side of the grounds.
You took a walk on the grounds, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Did you see anything?
I can't say that I did.
My brother Leighton said that he
Yes, I
saw
did.
someone running away.
There was
from...
someone running away at one point, but they were moving very
Did you
quickly.
catch their
and
face?
I can't say that I did.
Can I roll a psychology check? Oh no, that's a 4. Okay, that was better than it was. That is a still good. 40. That's a pass for psychology. A regular pass.
You can roll a. We don't have deception, right? But what can you roll as an opposed roll for that?
Persuade, maybe.
Fast talk.
Yeah, I guess this is where fast talk
Charm?
would come into it. Yeah, let's say charm. I think that's more along the
That's a hard pass.
hard pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I try as well?
You would know. You remember the
walking.
order of things because you remember Anne coming back, and then you remember the hullabaloo about the running off.
So I know she's lying.
You know she's lying. You don't know what she saw, but you know she's lying. Yeah, absolutely.
The shelf
actually
is covered
I-
for you.
Yeah, I
so I'm
haven't
not
actually
gonna
said
say
anything that was
But,
untrue.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I took a walk, and at one point I saw someone running. We all saw
Yeah.
someone running.
Interesting. I wonder who could be doing all of this. We must find out. Do you have any idea where the chandelier mechanism?
Yes.
Jessica would have told you, I think,
Yeah,
more.
I believe it's down this hallway. I also, I invested a lot into track as a skill because it felt appropriate.
Yeah.
Can I make a track check to try and see if I have any idea of like what kind of person ran
Yeah,
through here or
yeah,
something? Sort of
absolutely.
thinking of them like an animal in a way. Like,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Yes.
I am convinced with that. Go for it.
I love that.
Oh, that's a 16.
Ooh.
which is
Yeah.
not a full, but the middle one. Hard and
Yeah, a hard
Hard
pass.
pass.
Hard
Yeah.
pass. Okay, cool. Yes. Let's see. So it looks like this hallway is fairly well traveled between servants going in and out. So there's not a lot to see. But you do notice that there's a kind of a hidden hinge door that opens to allow one access to sort of there's a small balcony here of like controls that go up and down to lower the chandelier. And you notice that someone has shut this in it's not fully shut, and it's a very heavy door. So it's someone in haste could have left it ajar, but it feels you can swing it, you can test the balance. It is a little strange that it has been left open. That most people would kind of in haste been able to slam it shut and run through.
Almost like they didn't have the strength to. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh.
Interesting.
So either they were interrupted or they didn't. There's something happened that why they couldn't close it.
Right.
It wasn't just haste. There was some other thing happened. And as you kind of step into the space, you get kind of the faintest whiff of like a very acrid floral It's not a perfume,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something. It is not a scent you've smelled here.
Acrid floral, but not perfume.
Yeah.
Can I roll education to try to recognize the smell? Or is there something else that maybe I would?
Yeah, you could try. You could try roll education.
I think Bones like runs a finger along the surface and is like, Miss Waldron, do you recognize this scent?
It's a regular pass.
A regular pass.
Yeah.
It smells more like on the herb. You smelled this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that exists here, but not like in a flower garden. Maybe like this is
Something more like in a tea cupboard kind of.
maybe it's
vibe,
herbal, something like that.
Can't quite
Like
place
herbal, like plant based. It's not like mechanic smell, but it's not a normal perfume.
it. Maybe medicinal.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't quite place it, but it does smell vaguely medicinal.
Mm.
But it's not a medicine you smelled before. It's like not identifiable.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
I mean, we could always send someone to sniff the guests.
I've done worse. And then the mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
What is that
Yeah.
for?
So Jessica described it fairly well, and I think with your tracking, so there's a large wheel kind of that lowers the chandelier up and down, and then there is. It's not an obvious catch. Like it's it's a hidden button that looks like a decoration, but it has been depressed, and you can look through it. It's a little hard to tell what's going on, but it seems like that button, once pressed, kind of takes off the safety brakes. So this has clearly been deliberately done. This whole area has been redone. The Fentons had, someone come in and like take wallpapering down. So the area this mechanism has been looked at and redone, but it's not clear to you that the actual mechanism has been changed. So it's hard to tell, like, did the Fentons know this existed? They certainly had a chance to. They've been in it's not like The Office where they never found it. They definitely have found this area, they've been using it, they've been lighting the chandelier. But whether or not they knew the button was hidden, until it's been pressed, it's a little hard to tell it's real.
So someone would have to know the button was there, or
They would have to know the button's there,
Yeah.
but the Fentons had opportunity to learn of the
had
button.
the opportunity to
essentially.
Yeah.
And somebody would have had to go out of their way to break it, right? Or is the button, is that just like a quick release?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
someone's hit it.
So someone would have to be up there, hit the button, then run.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Bones,
Yes.
I don't mean to cast suspicion on any of your friends.
Please.
I'm curious about who would know that this existed. And the likelihood of one of the new tenants of the house knowing seems potentially low, but it's uncertain. And just as a question of motive, I truly don't mean to be impolite, but I do wonder who might have had motive and knowledge.
For the chandelier or the murder?
Oh, the chandelier, certainly,
yes.
not the murder. The chandelier, I will say, it turned into sort of a harmless prank at the end of the day, so...
Well, other than the people on fire.
Well, you know, but they
People
They-
could catch on fire
Um,
still, though.
Well, yes, of course. But all that to say, I don't mean completely harmless. I just mean I don't mean to insinuate that one of your friends is potentially trying to murder anyone. Only that...
You say my friends. I
Yes.
don't have many of those.
Right.
So do you mean my friend, Jessica?
I
Who
think
you've
perhaps
met?
the more pertinent question would be who here in attendance was not accounted for when the chandelier fell.
Right.
And personally, I can account for the whereabouts of Miss Willoughby.
Well, all right. That is fair.
Nigel as well.
I'm totally sorry. I don't mean to cast blame. It's only that
No. I it's a good thought direction.
I'm curious.
Jessica would certainly, she's the only one I can guarantee would have known where the button was. Somebody else may have found it, somebody amongst the Fentons. Jessica's the only one I know knows. So it's worth casting suspicion. But she was accounted for.
Is there anyone else she might have told?
I suppose her children. Are those her children? No, they're her nieces and nephews.
Jessica, the Fentons?
No, Colts.
Rebecca and Zachary.
So it's only Rebecca and Zachary.
And those are her
Niece and grandnephew.
Okay. And grandnephew. Got it. Okay. Right, because that's Rebecca is Zach's mom.
Yeah.
With it. I suppose she might have told her children, or not her children, her niece and nephew.
They're not in attendance tonight.
No, and
Right.
I don't know how much time they would have spent in the house. I suppose Rebecca spent her formative years.
She's
here.
lived in the house pretty much her whole life.
Right. So Rebecca would know. She might have told young Zachary. I don't know necessarily.
Yeah. So Zachary and Rebecca they also grew up. In the house.
Also grew up.
Yeah.
In the
So
house. Yeah,
Zachary, Rebecca, and Jessica were all kicked out when the Fentons took over.
The house, exactly. So
Right.
yes. So Jessica, Rebecca, Zachary, who've lived here. Myself, who spent a lot of time here. Although you, I guess, just have to take my word for
Yes,
it not
of course.
being me.
If I could request a bit of clarification, I suppose.
Sure.
Do we suspect that whoever has orchestrated the chandelier incident was also the cause of Lord Boulter's early release from his mortal coil?
I do not know. I would think not, because it seems that to benefit from Boulter's death would be to inherit the house, and then why would you want to inherit the house and then sabotage the house? So.
It seems you'd leave well enough alone.
Right.
I do wonder, though, if this mysterious specter you spoke about has anything to do with this chandelier falling. It would be quite interesting to know if those people are working together.
It would have to be two people.
If we ever find out who they are.
Well, it would have had to be terribly well timed.
Yes.
And there would have to be two people
Two people.
who were not accounted for
Right.
that would somehow know what that button would do.
Right.
The identity of one of them would help us along our path of finding out.
That would be wonderful to know
Right?
the identity of one of them. That would be a well start on solving this mystery. Miss Gilbert, we must have met before. I'm sure of it. But it's a shame.
Wow, my brother's going to have a lot to write about.
Well, we really shouldn't linger, I suppose.
Certainly not. Anywhere else we should go?
Just got uncensored. I can't.
I believe it. I believe the motivation.
It's all there.
It's all there.
It's
I
so
just want
funny.
to lean into the discomfort.
Yeah. I suppose there is 2 more nights for us to, get to know everyone, learn what we can. No need to play all our cards on the first evening.
Certainly.
Also, never mind. I'll save that for the surprise when I arrive at tomorrow's night.
Goodness, are you doing something else with the birds?
Not birds, no.
Oh, thank
Not
goodness.
birds.
Oh, darn.
I think I caught the implication of that. I was like, oh, well, I'm excited to meet your new guests.
Yes.
That was entirely involuntary. I apologize. Great. So you have seen this. Is there anything else you guys want to do up here?
Yes, if there's nothing else that we to be done up here, Mr. Burns, I do think we should perhaps be leaving before we are found snooping around where we're not
Can I
supposed to
make
be.
an anthropology check on Miss Waldron, just to see if not even to see if she's lying about a specific thing, but just like, is she giving discomfort?
You cannot
And
do anthropology.
awkwardness.
You can do psychology.
But anthropology is what I invested in.
It does not
I
matter.
mean, if we can roll about Anne, I'll roll.
You could roll about her to
Yeah.
see what her position in society might be, like any pressure she might have.
Sure.
I already know she's
Goddamn.
lying to me.
I'm gonna go for psychology, even though it's a 10.
I rolled a 16
Oh,
psychology.
that's a 12.
Oh, yes! Oh, that's
close.
so good.
Spend the 2
I
points
didn't.
if you want.
Yeah, I'll spend the 2 points.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
Anne.
yeah.
Oh.
Anne is extremely nervous under the eyes of extremely scrutinous people.
Right.
I think it is very blatant how anxious she is.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think I rolled a 16 on that too.
For psychology?
Yeah, which is, my psychology is 70.
Yeah, she's sweating.
Yeah.
I think Bones gets, like, not like...
But you also understand, like, some of the pressures coming in.
Yeah,
from her.
yeah. Bones gets, like, not uncomfortably close, but, like, approaches you and, like, makes direct eye contact and is like, Miss Waldron, I want you to know that I have no intention of ruining your reputation. I have nothing socially to gain from you, and I want you to trust me. And I want to be able to trust you in turn.
This is all. It has been a night,
Sure.
Mr. Bones. And there was a gentleman behind the hedge.
Oh!
What sort of gentleman?
Marvelous.
I should tell you, I also have no interest in ruining your reputation.
I was taking a walk towards the hedge. There was very clearly someone behind it. I thought I would just see who. Maybe it was just a scarecrow, for all I knew. And then it wasn't a scarecrow. It was Mr. Colt.
And you're sure of this?
Wow.
And Leighton missed him.
And Leighton I would think he would be so observant.
You would, wouldn't
I
you?
would. Miss Waldron, I appreciate you sharing. I know that that's a risk.
He was holding a kite string, it seemed. I didn't believe he could have been here when the chandelier fell. If the spectre appeared at the same time,
No, I suppose he couldn't have. But I suppose he couldn't have.
It seems he may be taking after his uncle. With elaborate pulleys
yes,
and
merely
wires.
a silly jest.
Well, we have a lead.
You do. I feel that there may be some reasonable assumptions to be made about the chandelier incident and who may or may not have been present at tonight's event. But I suppose I'll leave that to you.
I really would like to be out of this room.
Yes, let's
Yes, of course.
head back downstairs and rejoin.
She's
and
like, any minute, the
make a
Fentons are
real,
gonna walk
make
up
a
here.
real proper exit.
Yeah, give me.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, if you're gonna go down having just had some air and not be stealthy about it, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, give me a group stealth check where at least 2 of you have to pass.
Okay.
In order to just duck. Like, you could kind of like hang out here and then in a moment of no one being there, duck out. Or duck downstairs.
35.
Oh, yes, I passed.
That was a 6. That's an extreme success.
Ooh, ghost. Yeah, you just
Ghost. Going
appear
ghost.
here.
I come out in it like wrapped in blankets. Right.
You see the entire Hillgrove clan is departing just as
So many of them.
So,
just so many of them is departing just as you kind of like finish going downstairs. So any questions about like, where were you is immediately overwhelmed by the fact that there are just so many Hillgroves departing and leaving their carriage. Yeah. You can hear the macaws gently calling from there, but it seems like pretty much everyone has cleared out.
Do you know what? I'm terribly sad we missed the finale for the birds. I was quite looking forward to their end of the evening event, but I suppose the chandelier was event enough in itself.
yes. And well, the birds, I think, have been through a lot this year.
Oh, certainly
We'll
no.
give them a rest.
I'm not suggesting that the birds still go on. I was just simply saying I was very excited.
I was
to-
tempted for a moment when you said it.
Possibly another time.
Another
Might have to break out the small vests again.
Maybe they shall partner with tomorrow's guests for an even grander finale.
Listen, that would be very fun.
The involuntary stress sigh is very funny.
It's really not. It's happening to me. Most of the time, things happen and then I react. This is just happening to me.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so here for it. All right, so you guys are down here. You see the last of the guests kind of trickling off. As the Hillgroves are departing, the last of the Fentons are coming out to kind of say goodbye to them. You see Leopold, who sees Mary Gilbert, says, your coach should be coming round. Are you... It seems like perhaps the night is a bit too late now, but you're coming to the next ball, of course, right?
Yes, of course. I'll see you on the morrow. Good night.
Excellent.
Thank you again.
Good night, Miss Gilbert.
Good night.
Do you think I could trouble you for a ride in that carriage as well?
Yeah, feel free. It's not mine anyway.
The Potts have already left. I'll have a ride home.
Oh, that's so true. Oh my god.
The footman's been told this is your carriage, so you're welcome to have anyone in it. You don't know where Nigel is, or Jessica, or Leighton.
Nigel.
Yeah.
And Jessica.
Yes, I shall go find Leighton, but before I do, lovely to meet all of you. Truly a pleasure, and I should tell Leighton you enjoyed.
We must talk more about the book sometime.
Yes, of course, I would love to. Yes, I suppose we shall talk tomorrow. Find sort of somewhere to have a conversation. Thank you again. And walk off and go to find Leighton.
So you guys get in a carriage. You guys are in a carriage together, heading off to town. Nigel's just sitting there. He started packing up the little bird clothes, and you catch him putting the last one away. He's like,
No finale tonight, Nigel.
the birds are a little stressed, sir.
Yes,
I think it's for the best.
I do think that's the case. Nigel, you've done great this evening.
Thank you.
Another raise, I think, is appropriate.
I above and beyond the line of duty.
Yes.
The line of fire,
As
almost.
always. Yes.
You get a raise.
Get a raise. Get a raise. Get on the deck. Get on the deck.
Let's go retrieve Jessica and be on our way for the evening.
And we're coming back tomorrow, sir.
Yes, Nigel, we are coming back with guest number 2.
Yes, number 2.
Yeah, you find Jessica, who's, responsibly but reasonably been working her way through some of the wine that's been left out. How'd it go?
Oh, it went. We will chat in the carriage.
In the carriage. Chat in the carriage. Yes, that's for the best. I will
Yeah,
see
maybe you're
you
done. Yeah, you're done.
later. See you later. Yeah, all right.
Talking to the wine?
Let's go.
Who else at this party is she gonna talk to? You go out, and you see the Reverend and that tall, thin man furiously arguing back and forth, gesturing out. When you come in, Leighton is has been waiting on the portico, but looking into the ballroom, waiting to see you come, and so
Wonderful.
he sees you come in, and he beelines for you.
Leighton, darling, how are you doing?
Fabulous as always, of course. I'm always good.
Certainly are. Are you quite all right? I really was a bit worried about you.
My nerves? Steel.
How's he doing? That's an 18.
18. Yes. He's doing pretty good. Actually, you can see that he's got his boots are covered in a thin layer of mud, just as if he's been waiting around. He's kind of holding something behind his back. It's like,
Leighton, what have you got?
string.
What? Oh, string! Is this from the bushes?
So I was attempting to talk to Miss Hester, and
How'd that go?
better. So she's confessed to me because
Leighton!
I confessed to her that I was looking for more artistic inspiration.
You didn't tell her. You didn't tell her.
Tell her what?
No. Okay, never mind. Okay. Yes, of course. I worried terribly when you said you confessed something.
No, she
about the
she
books.
confessed something to me.
Yes, of
because
course.
I then confessed to her about how hard it is to be an artist and how truly I suffered.
Wonderful.
And
yes,
somehow
you suffered. Yes.
somehow that everyday life just doesn't live up to a novel, and sometimes it's hard to find inspiration.
God, you were good.
I kind of thought about what you would say, but I said it better.
Right. Yes, of course. Wonderful.
So she didn't tell me exactly what happened. She confessed that she had found a love and then lost him terribly. And I did note that she had a piece of paper that she kept holding, and I did not, of course, inquired, and then she said
like real, like
it was nothing. I don't know what it was, but she has a piece of paper that's important and connected to this lost love. So, sister, if you find out what it is, tell me, because I am dying to know.
Oh my gosh, Leighton, it seems to me that you have a penchant for a good mystery. Maybe you should pick up one of the books one day.
This was a lot of work. I now have mud on my shoes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear.
Okay, it's the sign of adventure. I'm taking it stoically.
Wonderful, that's so...
So I was talking to
so
Miss...
brave. So you were talking to Miss Hester. She had a piece of paper.
Piece of paper. And then, well, I thought the conversation had sort of run its course. A gentleman can only press so much.
Certainly.
And so I thought I would, go and see about the bushes. Right. Because I had some time, and frankly, there's only so long you can sit next to Miss Hester Hillgrove. So...
Truly.
Thankfully, Mr. Leopold Fenton was there. I distracted her with him. Sweet boy.
Oh.
And
I thought he was dancing with Miss Gilbert. Anyway, sorry. Just keeping track of things.
So then I went to get the string, and the string was up in the tree, so I pulled it down and I brought it back to you.
Thank you so much. That's lovely. You've done wonderfully, Leighton. Truly, this is more than I could have expected or asked for.
You can always count on and rely on me, sister. Always.
Thank you, dear brother. I kind of give him like a little hug. And then did Hester say anything about who her love was, or give you any information about who they might have been?
She seemed remarkably unwilling to give me any meaningful details there. I tried very hard.
Interesting.
I said even, what about a hypothetical? Authors love a hypothetical. They think, what if, maybe? And she said, truly, it's so interesting.
Fascinating. Do you know where on her person she kept the note?
It was in one of her dresses.
In the folds, sort of?
I don't... Well, you have dresses. It's in wherever you put stuff in your dresses. Where do you keep your journals?
Oh, that's for me to know and never find out. If I told you that, I would have to kill you. Wonderful. So, thank you so much. Leighton, truly, you've done wonderful work. If Mother asks, I spent the entire evening dancing with a lovely elderly young man. You've never learned his name. He's from out of town.
Happy to tell Mother that.
Yes.
But someone would have needed to introduce you to a strange man. Should I tell her that you danced without an introduction?
No, of course not. God, please don't tell her that. Hubert Fenton.
Oh, lovely.
He's
married.
I believe... No. Excuse me, no. Hubert Fenton was not the man I was dancing with. But Hubert Fenton told me tonight that he owes me a favour for putting out the fire that saved his life. So, if Mother ever questions Hubert and asks if he introduced me to a young man, I suppose Hubert will have the discretion to answer.
He probably won't remember.
Fair. All right. Well, he'll say maybe I might have. So, yeah, just say that I was introduced by Hubert.
That is almost true.
Yeah, wonderful. Yes.
I think I can do that, yes.
Of course.
Do you know I don't like lying to Mummy?
Yes, we'll have to work on that.
Great. So you guys head out. You guys get in Bones' carriage. Do you take the macaws? The macaws were a gift.
Oh, the macaws stay. There we go.
That's true.
Along with toasted birdseed.
Oh no.
Yeah, and detailed instructions on their care.
I'm sure someone's reading that.
Well, otherwise they will have dead macaws on their hand, which is way worse than live macaws.
Just like 8 dead parrots.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you guys head out. Nigel following, like some empty bags of birdseed behind on his back. You guys are in a carriage going home alone. What happens there?
And the second we're kind of sort of like properly driving away, see Redwood Manor in the distance. And it's just going to look to Sally and say, I know you're not Mary Gilbert. I can't say I know who you are, but I know you are not Mary Gilbert.
You noticed that then?
Yes. But I also know what it is to hold the ire and attention of the manner of people in attendance at these balls, and I would not draw it upon another person. So, I will not be the one to reveal your secret. However, I would be a bit more careful if I were you.
I understand. Thank you for your discretion. I've never been to a ball. I thought it would be interesting to see how you live.
It's all a bit stressful, quite honestly.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, you guys go home, rest. We will touch on whatever else happens when you get home. As you make it back to the inn, sometime during the day, this comes for Miss Gilbert, and you manage to intercept it before it is delivered to Frank Gilbert, her father.
Okay.
And that we will close Rogues and Romances episode 3 for right now, and return with the day to come and the ball to follow.
Oh.
So we will be back in episode 4. Find it on the YouTube channel if it's not out yet. Just gonna have to wait.